back to Sticky Floor Friday, the internet movie show that's joining in on the Shit Blank Say video craze. So without further ado, please enjoy Shit Nerds Say. Come on, I didn't do a Shit Nerds Say. That's played out, son. I don't think I've seen a video trend explode and then get run into the ground faster than this shit whatever say trend. It's like shit girls say, shit guys say, shit gay guys say, shit black girls say to white girls, shit white girls say to black girls, shit real estate agents say, shit car dealers say, shit even shit donkeys say.
Oh my God. It was heaven.
Alright, I did make that last one up, but the point is, it's over. Speaking of it's over, George Lucas has announced this week that he is retiring from filmmaking. Kind of, sort of, well, a little bit. Mostly from the big stuff. He still wants to do experimental films about cardboard boxes and butterflies and stuff, but before he leaves us, he is bringing to the screen Red Tails. Now, Red Tails is a popcorn action flick with an all-black cast about the Tuskegee Airmen from World War II. And George Lucas is saying it took him 20 years to make this movie, and they shot it over 2 years ago, and none of the studios wanted it, and I think he might be selling it the wrong way. It should not be sold as the movie no one wanted. It should be sold as an inspirational film, as an action movie, as the first big-budget black action film, or blaction film if you're into portmanteaus. And never mind that the black action movie is being primarily promoted by a white guy in flannel. It's the thought that counts, I guess? Actually, the pedigree here is pretty good. It's directed by Anthony Hemingway, who gave us a bunch of episodes of The Wire and Treme. It's got a great cast, Terrence Howard, a bunch of Wire alumni, and the re-emergence of Cuba Gooding Jr., whose last film to make it into theaters was Daddy Day Camp in 2007. Lucas was responsible for the overall tone and all the action sequences of the film. So you know it's going to be kind of cornball, it's going to have a lot of straight-faced American pride, and it's not going to touch on the real serious issues revolving the Tuskegee Airmen. If you want the serious side of the story, you should rent the 1995 movie Tuskegee Airmen. It's on Blu-ray now, and weirdly, also stars Cuba Gooding Jr., or you can read a history book. But, you know, books? What? For those of you leery of the Lucas touch, you're probably going to want to stay clear of this. There's no middle moral ground in here. It's going to be very clear-cut good guys versus bad guys, and the reviews have not been very kind. But I think the intentions are good, and if it's successful, this could lead to bigger, better movies of this type. It's kind of the perfect Saturday matinee movie, so I'm going to recommend it. A little bit. Next up, we have Haywire, directed by Steven Soderbergh, who we last saw making everybody afraid of doorknobs and Contagion. Now he's back with an action film starring MMA fighter and one-time American Gladiator Crush, aka Gina Carano. And this is one of those movies where the main character is double-crossed by the agency she works for, which makes it the 30 Googleplex time that this has happened. But it does have a few things going for it. A, it's introducing us to a brand new female action star, always a good thing. B, it has an incredible cast, including Ewan McGregor, Channing Tatum, Bill Paxton, Michael Douglas, Antonio Banderas, and Michael Fassbender. Ooh, Fassbender. And C, getting great reviews. For a B movie, might be worth checking out. And finally, but probably not finally, we have Underworld Awakening. And this time around, we find out this little nugget of information.
In the endless war between the vampires and the lichens.
Endless? Christ almighty, just because the war is endless doesn't mean your franchise has to be. Everything about this movie is redundant, right down to the tagline, Vengeance Returns. Vengeance returns. That's weird because the definition of vengeance is punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong, which means once retribution is inflicted, vengeance is complete. It's over. Vengeance cannot return. If you go back a second time after you've already completed your vengeance and attack somebody and inflict punishment, you're creating an entirely new, separate wrong, which means that person is now within their rights to inflict vengeance back on you. You're really just being a dick if you attack them a second time. What I'm getting at is, why is this franchise not direct to DVD yet? Alright, time for 3 questions. Number 1, what's your interest in Red Tails? Are you staying away because of the Lucas touch? Number 2, Chuck Norris says that he is responsible for making Expendables 2 PG-13 because he doesn't like cursing. So, fuck Chuck Norris, I think is what we're saying. And number 3, has anyone out there seen all of the Underworlds? If so, can you explain why?
Okay. Fantastic. I so love this.